How was day two?
Day two was good. Guys did a nice job. These days they're raring to go. Obviously, you've got some limitations contact-wise until we get into pads on Saturday. But guys have handled it well. It's been really good work. It's exciting to see the new guys and then some of the older guys that have progressed. So they're proud of the effort, proud of the way that the staff has handled it. I think the guys came in shape. So credit to strength, nutrition, medical, all those people. I mean, the team came in to spring very clearly ready to practice. So, very solid start at this point.
I know it's just day two, but is it fair to ask, are you guys a little bit further ahead this year in the spring compared to last year, just because of the size and different bodies you have?
I think so. I mean, it's a couple of years in offensively now. It's the second year now defensively, and so you can, less of that feels new, and maybe that's one of the best ways to describe it. Yeah, I think, on the hoof, just looking at our guys, right? Like we look better at this point probably than other teams have. Now that's got to translate to good football, and I believe it will. So, I think we're progressing in all ways.
How do you assess the running backs? Are there different skill sets in that group that have different strengths?
Another fun group right this spring of kind of how that's going to play out. We were excited about the way that Brian and AP played in the bowl game. I thought they both did some really good things when they kind of got their moment to step up, and they both had an impact for us on special teams and throughout the year. And the snaps they got offensively did a good job. So you feel like you get kind of two returners there that all right, these guys we know they can play. We know they're both physical backs. They know our system really well. We really worked hard to try to get them in the best shape of their lives, and their bodies are really progressing. Obviously, add in the two older guys right now with Eli and Waymo. Those are different skill sets, right? A little bit different body types. Wayman's really compact. Really kind of moves effortlessly, and then obviously a ton of production at Hutch. Eli's explosive. You just see his explosion. It kind of jumps off the tape already, which is what we saw on tape. He averaged big time yards per carry, but I think really brings a real explosive aspect to the room. And then, excited to see King, excited to get Riley Wormley back healthy. So it's a good group. It'll be fun to see how it plays out. But I think maybe as diverse a room as we've had in the years here at SC in terms of just the varying skill sets, experience levels. It'll be a lot of fun to kind of find out what these guys do well and see how that group shakes out.
You guys signed a really talented group of defensive linemen this last class. Can you just talk about some of the younger guys that are here and what your expectations are for those guys?
Yeah, I don't know that there's any of them that physically you would say, like right now, that there's no way they're going to be able to help you. It's a pretty advanced group physically, and that's hard to do. You come in midterm. Jakeem came in even earlier than that, right? But the other guys, still you're coming in midterm, and all of a sudden you're going into, this type of training and then getting ready to play on the line of scrimmage at this level at a school like this. Like if you're not ready, it's going to show up pretty quick. And these guys so far have handled it well. Cash, Jakeem, Floyd, all those guys. It's been fun to watch them run around, fun to watch kind of the strength and the power that they already have in their games. So pads are on Saturday. I think I'll probably be able to tell you a little bit more after that. But I think physically all those guys are exactly what we thought they were, if not maybe a little bit ahead of that.
Gus Cordova possibly
for sure
here.
100%. No, excited to get Gus. Gus is a really good player. Obviously, a really highly recruited guy. We've got a handful of guys in Gus's situation that are not with us yet, but they're going to be up here a lot through spring. We're going to try to close the gap as much as we can, so that hopefully they're here ready to compete in June as well.
Coach, what was the rationale for getting rid of the spring game?
Honestly, the biggest thing to me, I know all these coaches have had their different reasons. Like the portal thing really didn't factor into that for us. We didn't think that, I just don't put that much stock into that. The biggest thing for us is the spring game is for the fans, and the spring game is for, I think, a chance to get guys out in front of a stadium. The negative to the spring game is now you get broadcasts all over the place, so nobody wants to do anything schematically that they're going to do, and so you end up spending a day or 2 days just to get ready for the spring game, and then a spring game where you're going to be limited on what all you can do. And to us, it was like, as opposed to having to prep and do that and dedicate practices out of our 15 to it, we felt like we could just continue to progress and not have to maybe worry about that a little bit. And we thought it would be best for our football team. Now, we're still going to do some things to create, the experience for our fans, because obviously creating that interaction is important. Continuing the atmospheres here at the Coliseum the last several years, I think, have elevated in a lot of ways, but that's got to continue to grow. And so we want to continue to have that interaction with our fans, but we also want to do what's best for our football team.
When do you expect to have Keyshawn Silver full go?
We'll see. I don't know that I have a definitive date on that. He's progressing. We knew that there was going to be a little cleanup in that knee right when he got here, so hope to have him do a little bit more towards the end of spring.
You described the versatility of your running back room this year. Talk about the wide receiver room. It's a little bit different. It's strong. What does he bring to the table?
Yeah, excited to see him out here. I mean, he's a big, pretty dude. He can run. He's an explosive player. He's been very conscientious in terms of learning the offense, spending time, asking questions. So he has a mentality. The guy that's a little bit older, more of a professional type mentality, which you love. So, we love the skill set. We love the personality, the competitiveness, and now it's just growing. But he's obviously got a great opportunity. I mean, we have some real talent in that room, but it's not incredibly deep right now. We've had obviously deeper receiving rooms, but so we love the talent, but the guys are going to have to step up and obviously be ready to go. And Prince, that's a big reason why he came here. I think is seeing that opportunity. So excited for him, excited for the rest of the room. It's a good room, and then we'll get those couple other guys, a couple freshmen here in June, and off we go.
Do one more?
Lincoln, you've brought in kind of a handful now of these mid-year transfer classes since you've been here. So something about kind of this group that stands out early to you?
It's the group last year. Came in and had a lot of impact, and we needed it just because we were a pretty young team. Outside of those guys, they had a huge leadership impact. I kind of had to right away. Up to this point with these guys, these guys just kind of come in and work. And I think some of it is the leadership around them, and what was currently here is continuing to get better as time has gone on. But it's kind of a just down to business type of group. I mean, they've done a good job acclimating themselves with the team, getting to know their teammates, all of that. But we don't have a lot of guys that necessarily have to be at the front of the room right now, because some of that's kind of already established. So guys have come in, they've worked. We've been very happy with every one of the guys that came in and there up to this point.